Alright, question number 35. It says John mixed cashews and almonds. John bought 4 pounds of almonds for a total cost of $22. The cost per pound for cashews is 60% more than the cost per pound for almonds. John bought enough cashews that when he mixed them with the almonds, the mixture had a value of $6.50 per pound. Approximately what percent of the mixture by weight was cashews? Okay, so we've got two types of nuts here. We've got almonds and cashews. It says 4 pounds of almonds cost $22. So if we're talking about almonds, the cost per pound, I'm going to abbreviate that CPP here, cost per pound, would be the total amount that he paid for them divided by how many pounds. Okay, the cost divided by the number of pounds, cost per pound. And if you divide that, you get 5.5. Well, this is a cost per pound, so that basically means $5.50 per pound. Okay, now it says cashews here, I'll abbreviate that with C, are 60% more than the cost per pound for almonds. So what I can do is I can take this $5.50 and multiply that by 60%, which is 0.60. And if I do that, plug that in your calculator, 550 times 0.60, that gives you an extra $3.30. So that means we have to add this back. Since it's 60% more than the cost per pound for almonds, that means it's this much more per pound than it was for almonds. So that if you do 550 plus 330, that means the cost per pound for cashews is going to be a total of $8.80 a piece. Okay, so let's say that we have some big bag of almonds and cashews. All right, and let's say I let A represent the percent of almonds. Okay, and let's say that C is going to represent the percent of cashews. All right, so I can come up with two equations here. First off, I know that the percentage of almonds and the percentage of cashews, that's everything that is in the bag. So what percentage do these have to add up for? If it's everything, all of it together, then that means these have to add up to 100%. Okay? Now, as I do this, I have to realize that I'm probably going to want to use my percentages as opposed to doing 100%. I want to use this as a decimal, so I want to let that equal 1.00, or I can write that as A plus C just equals 1. Okay, kind of like we did with those questions a few back, number 30 and 31 from the review, the relative frequency tables. 100% is represented by 1. Same thing is going on here. Okay, so A and C are going to actually be decimal numbers that represent a percentage. All right. So if, for instance, A turned out to be 10%, we would represent that with 0.10. All right, now, we know that the mixture is $6.50 per pound. All right, so that means if we take $5.50 times the percentage of almonds plus $8.80 times the percentage of cashews, that mixture should equal about $6.50 a piece. Okay, so now we have a system here that we can solve. We can do this in different ways. I'm going to choose to solve this by using elimination. So what I'm going to do is, since I want to know the percentage of cashews, I want to see if I can eliminate the number of almonds, or the percentage of almonds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this equation and I'm going to multiply it by negative 5.50. Because if I do that, this is going to become negative 5.50a, and I'm going to rewrite this equation right here, down underneath here. All right. So since I do that times negative 5.50a, what's going to happen here? These are going to cancel each other out, right? Which is exactly what I want. But I don't just multiply the a, I multiply everything. So that means I'm also going to have a negative 5.50c, and that is going to equal negative 5.50 times 1, which is just negative 5.50. Okay? So these cancel out. We just add the two equations. A positive and negative added together cancel. $8.80c plus negative 5.50c is going to be about 3.30c, and that is going to equal 6.50 plus negative 5.50. You can just think of that as subtraction, and you get 1.00. So to get c by itself, let me rewrite this over here. We have 3.30c equals 1.00. So to get c by itself, we just divide both sides by 330. And these cancel out. We're left with c equals, and if you plug in your calculator, 1 divided by 3.3 or 3.30, you get a decimal number that's about 0.30, and this 30 just repeats. Okay, so it's like 0.30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30 over and over again. And it says in the question approximately what percentage. Okay, so 0.30 repeating. What is that going to be very close to? That's going to be very close to just 30%. So our answer here is going to be C. All right. So that would leave 70% to be almonds, and that would be the mixture completed. So the answer is 30% are cashews, C.